Elon Musk appears to have turned on Reform UK Party leader Nigel Farage, a friend, of course, of Donald Trump, who he previously supported. The billionaire posted on X, quote, "The Reform Party needs a new leader. Farage doesn't have what it takes." Bloomberg's Lizzie Burden joins me now. Why the sudden and pretty dramatic pivot, then, on Nigel Farage from Elon Musk, and do we care?
I mean, far be it from me to try and read the mind of Elon Musk, Tom, but this, as you say, really is a U-turn, and it shows that Musk's becoming a headache not just to Keir Starmer, but to the right wing of British politics as well. It was only days ago that Farage's Reform UK was apparently the party that could be the only one to save Britain, and Musk and Farage recently went to Mar-a-Lago. You can see there, and you can see as well, Farage had been touting this big donation by Musk to his party. But now the question is whether Musk is going to back Tommy Robinson, this far-right activist, to be the Reform UK leader. You've had Musk talking about how Tommy Robinson should be released from prison. He's in for contempt of court. Farage has distanced himself from Tommy Robinson, and we've reported that several senior politicians in the UK have been in touch with their links on the Republican right, warning them against endorsing Robinson, because they say, look, Robinson's particular hue of anti-immigrant politics just isn't supported by the mainstream right in Britain. But it's a big question, because at the moment Musk has only suggested the Reform MP Rupert Lowe should succeed Farage, so it's one we'll definitely be watching this week on X.
One of the animating factors for Musk seems to be this child abuse scandal and how it's been handled at the local level, but also now by the Labour leadership and a target on the back of Keir Starmer. That's where Musk has put it, at least politically speaking, of course. This seems to be an animating factor for Musk. What has the UK government been saying about that particular scandal, how they're handling it? Have they been on the defensive?
Well, the reason why this historic scandal has come back to the forefront of British politics is because Labour has rejected calls for a public inquiry into it. Musk has said that Starmer's complicit in the rape of Britain. But Starmer, of course, was head of the Crown Prosecution Service that began the prosecution of these grooming gangs in British towns. Starmer doesn't want to get dragged into some sort of soap opera battle with Elon Musk. So far, he's been brushing off Musk's attacks. When Musk said that civil war was inevitable during the summer riots, Starmer's been trying to rise above it, as he would see it. But it does raise the question of how the special relationship, quote-unquote, between the US and the UK is going to play out under Trump and Starmer, which is an interesting question for the new UK ambassador to Washington, Lord Mandelson, Peter Mandelson, of course, a key Blairite in his day. He'd suggested previously that Farage should be some sort of bridge between Trump and Labour. But then you could ask whether it's any surprise that Musk is attacking Starmer when, previously you had the Foreign Secretary David Lammy, the Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner criticising Donald Trump. You've got Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor, and the Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey jetting off to Beijing this week to go and try and woo China. Is it that Trump's attack dog is merely doing what you would expect him to do?